I nearly did a double take opening my last quarterly power bill. Now that the automatic government rebate credits have ended, the real cost is landing on the bill in full, and it stung more than I expected. So I put together a list of what actually moves the needle. 1. Switch to a time-of-use tariff. Electricity pricing now hinges more on when you use power than how much. Rates spike between 4 p.m. and 9 p.m., while roughly 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., often called the solar sponge window, is when rooftop solar floods the grid and prices are at their cheapest. Running the dishwasher, washing machine, or pool filter during that window makes a noticeable dent. Switching tariff plans itself is free. 2. Compare and switch retailers. I stuck with the same retailer for years without checking alternatives, which turned out to be one of the more expensive habits I had. Regularly comparing retailer rates and switching to a cheaper one costs nothing and adds up to real savings every quarter. 3. Check what concessions you're actually eligible for. The Universal Energy Bill Relief Fund has ended, but income and situation-based concessions still exist. In Victoria alone, 11.1% of households were still receiving some form of energy concession as of recent data. It's worth checking your state government's rebate finder directly. 4. Consider switching to a heat pump hot water system. Locally made heat pump or solar hot water systems come with rebates up to $1,400 and imported units up to $1,000. Hot water is one of the biggest electricity draws in most homes, so this tends to pay off over time. 5. Hunt down standby power drains. More appliances quietly draw power on standby than people realize. Unplugging TVs, set-top boxes, and chargers when not in use, or using a power board with a single switch, closes a leak most households never notice. 6. Use your smart meter and in-home display. If you already have a smart meter, an in-home display shows real-time usage. Once I started watching mine, it became obvious exactly which appliances and times of day were driving my bill up. 7. Check the solar battery rebate now. The federal battery rebate is designed to shrink incrementally each year, and it already dropped once as of May 1, 2026. Since it keeps declining, it's worth acting sooner rather than later. If you are considering a battery, pairing solar with a battery lets you store cheap daytime power and use it during the expensive evening peak, which meaningfully increases your savings. 8. Consider joining a virtual power plant, VPP. If you already have a solar battery, joining a virtual power plant is worth looking into. You get bill credits or rewards in exchange for sharing surplus stored power back to the grid. It turns a battery from a passive backup into something actively working for you. Watch for upcoming free electricity windows. Some retailers are starting to offer free daytime electricity from July 2026. And Victoria's Midday Power Saver program is set to launch on October 1, 2026, offering 3 free hours in the middle of the day. Shifting laundry, charging, or drying into that window is a straightforward win if it applies to you. Remember, switching plans is always free. The last thing worth emphasizing: switching to a time of use tariff or a new retailer costs nothing. You don't need to buy new equipment to save money. Adjusting habits and plan choices alone can make a real difference every quarter. With blanket government rebates gone, cutting your electricity bill in Australia really comes down to 2 things: shifting when you use power and making sure you're not leaving eligible rebates or concessions on the table. None of it requires major spending, and it's worth checking your current plan today.